Okay, so now we proceed to exercise 16.4. So 16.4 is more on sound in society and noise pollution, and we also learn about echo. So question one, they ask about write down three ways in which sound is important. So you can talk about communication as warning signal, as source of pleasure. Okay, and if let's say you have any other answers, not sure, rapid check your teachers first. Okay, question two, we can even use sound to catch fish. So you can see that the first question asks what is ultrasound. So ultrasound is referring to frequency higher than what we can be detected by humans. We cannot hear this ultrasound. Okay, and name the phenomenon we get when sound is reflected echo. Okay, you can actually witness. I mean, you can hear echo when you're in cave. It's quite a very common phenomenon. And then part C, explain briefly how echolocation works. So what happened is that the sound waves from the ship are reflected off the fish and travel back to the boat. So this particular boat, right, send a sound wave, and this sound wave will reach the fish, and this particular by reaching the fish, right, this sound wave will be reflected back to the boat. So we can actually, making use of speed of sound to determine what's the depth of the fish. So this is actually what happened. So the fishing boat send a sound wave and is detected 0.2 seconds later. So at what depth is a show of fish from the fishing boat? And we know that the speed of sound given here is 1,500 meter per second. So in order to calculate the depth, like the distance time graph, okay, in order to find the distance, you always use the speed times the time. But the problem is this sound wave detected 0.2 second is actually the sound wave from the boat that travel to the fish and from the fish back to the boat. So in order to find the actual distance, you have to find the time for the sound to travel from fish to boat. You have to divide it by 2 because the sound wave travel 2 times. Okay, travel 2 times from the boat to the fish to the boat. So you have to divide it by 2. So you get 0.1 second. And then for the depth of fish, you just use a formula, okay, the speed times the time, which is 0.1 second, and you get 150 meter. Okay, now question 3. So using sound to help the blind see. Okay, so um, two methods of using sound to see are as follow. So you can read for yourself part A and part B. Okay. Now they ask you about the two methods. Both methods work in the same way. Explain how. What happens is that these two methods, right, use whistling and ultrasound from the spectators. They will hit objects and are reflected as echoes into the ears of the blind person. Okay, so there's reflection, I mean, from the echo, and then we are able to hear it, okay, into the ears of the blind person. And then for part B, the device in the spectators must change the reflected ultrasound wave into the sound a person can hear. Why? Because we cannot hear ultrasound. Okay, and part C, what else is Louis Braille famous for? Remember, he developed a system, like the alphabets is using a touch system. Okay, that's for question 3. Okay, question 4, about noise level. Okay, there's a maximum noise level that are allowed at construction sites, and this level depends on what are the buildings nearby. So identify the maximum noise level of following buildings and complete the table below. So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can see that 65 nearby building will be hospitals. Okay, 70 place of worship, 75 will be homes. Okay, 80 will be factories. Okay, so this will be the maximum noise level that is being allowed. Okay, if you are actually near to these places. So let's say if you are near factories, right, you actually hear a slightly louder maximum noise level as compared to if you are actually staying at a hospital. Because hospital is a place where people have to rest, so the maximum noise level that they can tolerate is only up to 65. Okay, now noise pollution in Singapore. So this about, okay, I will continue my recording the next one, the few more questions.